All right, darling. Get one more beautiful shot of the lake in for you before I head back to Billings tomorrow. That being said, I hope that you've had a wonderful couple of weeks. Mine have been very reflective. I really can't put it into words yet, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. There's been like a deep humbling and a deep sadness and a lot of joy and memory and a lot of motivation and encouragement through, I think, Nelson's spirit and next steps and what that kind of looks like. But I've also recognized that it's been really hard for me to just sit with things. So, with that being said, just going to encourage you to think about how it is that you choose to sit through emotion, right? Sit through frustration, not grab a beverage, not have a smoke, although you don't smoke, but you know me. And I feel like I've refrained from doing those things. And I also feel like when I've done them to deal in these past couple of weeks, my body's gotten really agitated with it. And I notice that it just makes me sadder. So I say all that. Just, for anybody that's watching at home and for you, Jane, I guess my challenge to you upon watching this video and doing this flow is to sit with yourself a little bit more. And then just allow your body, as Resma Menikem teaches us, right, to process and metabolize and let some things go. So, being mindful about that practice and wholehearted within it, let's go ahead and root down through our sit bones. If you're cross-legged, why don't you go ahead and just rock back on your seat. I knew that was going to happen. So, yes, rock back on your seat. The wind, man, the wind has jokes. So many of them. Come into a comfortable seated position. I'm going to grab a bench to just make sure that this thing doesn't tip over during all of this. And just go ahead and ground down through your seat and come into your breath. So as you're comfortably breathing, there we go. Okay, we're still recording. Word. Like I said, I like the candidness of all of this. I feel like real life, real things is important. Not that I want to do all of my videos like this. I also do appreciate the professionalism in terms of filmmakers, videographers, editors, and all of those things. That is just not my forte. So bodies into ourselves, our own ancestors and our own lineage, acknowledging their trials and tribulations, their triumphs and their transgressions, holding ourselves responsible for how we choose to repair and restore, how we move forward together to create a better world for the future. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, you can take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes. Come back into your room and into your space. You can turn and look out past your right shoulder, twisting through the spine, and then slowly move through the center line. Turn and look up past your left shoulder. Slowly bring yourself back to your center. Inhale, arms up over the head. Interlock your fingers and pull your hands down towards you. Nice tight grip. And then flip your palms and press your hands out and away from you and see if you can try to keep your pinky fingers and thumbs still touching. If not, it's okay, right? It's just a place that you can possibly go. It's about seeing the possibility rather than necessarily thinking that you need to get there right now. And then pull the palms all the way up to the sky. Big inhale here. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, release the hands. Bring them all the way down to the sides. And then inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. And then exhale, pull your hands down to your heart line again. Interlock your fingers nice and tight. Give yourself a nice big squeeze here. And then press your palms out and away from you. Roll into the back and then take the palms high to the sky. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the hands. Let them slowly cascade down to the earth. And then you're going to roll over your knees and shins and come into a simple seat here. You can always throw a blanket or a block underneath you to sit. You can always take your knees wider if you don't want them to be here. We're going to do more of that 26 and 2 style pranayama to start us off today, and then we'll get into it. So interlock your fingers just like you did, nice and tight grip. Hands come underneath your chin and thumbs are next to the throat. On the inhale, elbows drift high to the sky as you keep rolling back and down through your shoulder blades. And then on your exhale, let your chin rock up to the sky, your head rocks back, and your elbows slowly come together to touch. Finish the exhale, and then on the inhale, arms come high to the sky, exhale. Head rocks back, elbows squeeze together to touch, hands squeeze, and then inhale. Exhale here. Last time, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly release. Let your head come back down to the center line. Release the hands. Let them fall down to your sides. We'll do that one more time. Opposite interlock of the fingers. As people in the boat behind me continue to have a great ass time. Inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, hands pull down to the heart line. Opposite interlock here. Thumbs come up against the throat and fingers come underneath your chin. On your inhale, elbows rise to the sky. Your belly is engaged in this whole thing. So we're breathing more into our solar plexus here. And then exhale. Head rocks back, elbows come together to touch. You squeeze through the palms. Inhale, drop the chin. Breathe straight down the line of the torso. Open up through the lungs and the rib cage, and then exhale. And then 2 more on your own. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Go ahead and rock onto your hands and knees. Come into your tabletop. Knees are underneath hips. Wrists are underneath shoulders. Shift back and forth side to side through your hips. Create some movement here through your hips a little bit if you want to. Your low belly's engaged. Check in with the tops of your thighs. Hands are nice and wide. Thumb is still engaged in the posture, and then on your inhale, chest comes forward. Press down through the tops of the feet, and then exhale. Pull up and in on the low belly as you press into your palms, and your head comes down towards your inhale. Chest moves forward. Exhale, press and pull. 2 more. Inhale. Chest moves forward. Exhale, press and pull. Last one. Inhale. Chest moves forward. Find that catch in that curve of the back, and then exhale. Pull up and in on the low belly. Press into the palms. Like you're pressing energy out of your palms and into the earth, and then inhale. Come back into your center line. Tuck your toes. I took a sculpt class at 180 Yoga in Detroit Lakes the other day. Here, Jesus, I have been sore for the past couple days. I'm not used to jumping. I don't jump anymore, and so it really kicks my ass. So if you guys are ever in Detroit Lakes, check out 180 Yoga over in the mall, in the Washington Square Mall. It's a good time. It's a really good time. Those are tucked, and then pop the hips back and high. Pedal out through the feet. Pull up and in on the low belly. Hands are nice and wide. Check in with the hands and the palms, right? And then the eyes of the elbows turn to look away from you. Points of the elbows turn to look back at you. Send the hips high, pull down through the heels, and engage your quads. Think about relaxing and releasing through your seat in the backs of the thighs. And then tilt your chin up towards your chest and look up to your navel. Nice deep inhale here. Pedal out through the feet. Check in with the hands. Nice deep inhale and exhale one more time. Big inhale. Every inhale, press into the palms, send the hips back a little bit more. Exhale, pull down through the heels, engage the quads, keep the knees semi-soft, and then spot right in between the 2 thumbs, and step, or just tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands, top of the mat. Keep a slight bend in the knees and let yourself hang over the tops of the thighs. Head hangs super heavy here. Shifting back and forth side to side. Maybe you grab for your opposite elbows. Maybe you shake your head yes. Maybe you shake no. Maybe you take your hands to the back of the skull and pull down a little bit, just finding a little bit of extra length. On the next inhale, hands pull up the front part of the feet and shins. They rest underneath the knees. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, let yourself come down and over the tops of your thighs. Head hangs heavy. Inhale. foot back to meet your left. Press back through your heels and shift forward. Shoulders are over wrists. We lower all the way down or you hover. You can always take to the knees to come down. Tops of the feet are flat to the mat and inhale. Baby cobra here. Try not to come up any higher than the belly button. Roll back and down through the shoulders. Press down through the tops of the feet. Exhale. Slowly bring yourself down. Tuck your toes. Press to your knees and then send your hips back and high. Nice deep inhale. Left leg high to the sky. Nice deep inhale here. Press into the palms. Three-legged dog. Try not to drop into the outside of your hip first. Spot that left thumb and step. Left foot up to meet left hand. Right toes can hop out and over. You drop down to that back right knee and then inhale. Arms come high to the sky. Low crescent lunge. Exhale. Maybe you crack yourself open. And then inhale. Arms high. Exhale down and over. Toes tuck. Back knee lifts. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale. Hands to shins. Flat back. Exhale. Come down and over. Inhale, sweep yourself high. Exhale, hands move down to your hurt line. Same thing, opposite side to start. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, come down and over. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right foot steps back first this time. Press down through that back knee and toes slip flat. Inhale, low crescent lunge again. Check in with your hips. You can always make a manual adjustment here. Left hip moves back as right hip moves forward. Exhale, bring yourself down and over the top of your thigh. Hands plant, toes tuck, back knee lifts. Engage that back right leg as you step your left foot back to meet your right. Hands are nice and wide. Press back through your heels and shift forward. Before you lower all the way down to the belly, toes can flip flat. Elbows close into the side body as chest lifts. Hold here. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself down. Tuck the toes. Press to the knees. And then send the hips back and high. Right leg high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Big inhale. Check in with your hips again. Press into that L joint between your index finger and thumb. And then distribute the weight of the body into the hands equally. Spot your right thumb and step your right foot up to meet your right hand and hop your left toes out and over. Drop down to your back left knee and then inhale. Arms reach high to the sky. Exhale. Crack it open. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, bring yourself down and over. Hands plant, back toes tuck, back knee lifts, left foot steps up to meet right. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, down and over the tops of the thighs, and then inhale, sweep yourself high to the sky. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. We're gonna build on that. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, come down and over. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left foot steps back first. Try not to, you always have the option of dropping down to that back knee, or you can keep it up and bring yourself high. Crescent lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, wave lunges. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, sweep. We go for 3, for 2, for 1, and then inhale, high. Exhale, bring yourself down. Left elbow crosses over the outside of your right knee. Press back through your hips here. You always have the option of taking your thumb into your hip crease and pulling back a little bit. You can always coax your shoulder open. You can always stay in prayer. You can also take your hand to the outside of your foot, traditional way, right? Which can be a lot for a lot of people, and it can hurt your back. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it, right? Nice deep inhale. Exhale, drop your back heel. Come around to grab onto the outside of your foot, or the inside of that foot, and pull your heel in towards you. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Always can coax your shoulder open. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Hands plant. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts. Right foot steps back to meet left. Big inhale here. Press back through the heels and shift forward. We lower and lift. forward facing dog, or you can take that baby cobra again. Big inhale. Breathe into the base of the belly and then exhale. Roll over the toes and send the hips back and high down dog. Nice deep inhale. Left leg high to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Left knee, right elbow. If you want to, you can do a little dip. Leg moves back and high. Knee to nose. Press and round and hold. Shin can lift or lower and lift. Leg moves back and high. Left knee to left elbow. Maybe you pick it up the tricep again. Take the leg back and high and then spot. Left thumb. Step your left foot up to meet your left hand. Right toes hop out and over. And then inhale. High crescent lunge. Exhale, hold here. Again, big inhale. You can always play around with your strength by coming onto the ball of your front foot. Check in with your hips. Your back knee is at a little bit of a bend to keep your pelvis tucked and your spine straight. Hands move down to heart line, and then right elbow is going to catch the outside of your left knee again. Remember, you can coax yourself open, or hand can come to the outside of your foot. Opposite hand can come to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, come down to that back knee, and then slowly put a bend in the knee. Come around to grab onto the inside of that left foot. Right foot with your left hand. Nice deep inhale, and maybe coach your shoulder over. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, hold one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Hands come down to the earth. Back toes are tucked. Back knee lifts and pop your leg high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, step that right foot down to meet your left. We're going to do the same thing. Right leg leads this time. Inhale. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, come down and over, and then inhale. Sweep yourself to stand. Exhale, hands move down to heart. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, come down and over. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your right foot back this time. Leg can hop or foot can hop out and over. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. Elbow can catch the outside of that knee again. Big inhale. Press into your palm. Hands to the outside of the foot. Knee can come down. Toes can pull back. Come around to grab onto that foot and pull it towards you. You can use that hand to coax your shoulder open. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Slowly release. Hand comes down to the earth. They're both hands. Back toes tuck. Back knee lifts. Left foot steps back to meet right. Press back through your heels. Shift yourself forward. Move lower and lift. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the base of the belly. Exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Roll over the toes and send the hips back and high. Down dog. Right leg high to the sky. 3-legged dog. Shift forward. Right knee, left elbow. Do a little dip. Leg lifts high. Knee to nose. Maybe shin drops and lifts. Leg lifts high. Right knee, right elbow. Maybe you pull it up the tricep. Leg lifts high. Big inhale. Spot your right thumb and step your right foot up to meet your right hand and hop your opposite toes out and over. Inhale. Arms high to the sky. Exhale, hold. Oh, I totally forgot to do our little wave lunges on that opposite side. We'll do it on the way out, girl. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. Opposite elbow catches. Press into your palms. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop down to your knee. That hand can move to the outside of the foot. Opposite hand can come to the sky. You can always keep it here, or you can take it here to catch in the front part of that quad again. Remember, you can coax your shoulder open. Big inhale. If this is a lot, you can always fold your mat from the outside in and place your knee on your mat. Exhale. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Hands come back down to the earth. Back knee lifts. And then go ahead. Pop that leg high. And then go ahead and step. Left foot down to knee your right. Inhale. Hands to shins. Exhale. And then we slowly take ourselves up to stand. I feel like we did our weight lunges. Right leg back. Right? For 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward. Step that opposite foot back. We'll just do it for 3, 2, 1. I know we're still back on off, unbalanced, but you know what? Today, that's just going to be the thing. Inhale. Exhale. Squat for 3, for 2, for 1. Big inhale. Let yourself drop. Inhale. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale. Hands come down to the mat. Step back. Lower. And lift. Breathe into the base of the belly and take the sit bones back and high. Down dog. Let's come into a half pigeon. Right leg comes high to the sky. Maybe stack your right hip over your left. Maybe straighten that leg. And then shift your hips parallel back to the earth. Shift your right knee to inside of your right wrist. And walk your left foot back and out. Big inhale here. And then exhale. Let yourself come down and over the top of that thigh, coming into your half pigeon. Flexing that bottom foot a little bit more, relaxing and releasing here. And just staying with your breath. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Big inhale. Tuck the toes, press yourself off your hip and press yourself right back into your plank. Send yourself back to your down dog. Same thing again. Left leg high to the sky. Maybe you stack your left hip over your right. Then shift your hips. Pull yourself forward. Your left knee to the inside of your left wrist and back yourself up. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. And if you want to, right, you can always throw a block or a blanket underneath your left hip to prop it. Or you just come down and over onto your forearms. Your third eye can always come down to your mat, breathing into the outside of your hip. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last time, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly push yourself back up. Hands plant. Toes tuck. Press yourself off your hip. Send your hips back and high. Drop down to your knees. We're going to come into frog today. So knees are going to go super wide. You can always pad your knees. I like to lay a blanket over the top of my mat this way. But your toes are going to be flexed and turned out. If that is too much for you, toes can be pointed in towards you, knees can be wide. But you're going to take your knees nice and wide. Try to take your hips in alignment with your knees and bring yourself down. And then I like to shift heavier into one forearm and into one groin and hip. Breathe in here. 2 more big breaths. shift through your center line, come to that opposite side, right? So it's not a huge movement, it's a little movement, but it's a big shift. Big inhale. Exhale, try to keep your toes flexed. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly. Drop down through your heart and your chest. Relax and release here. If this is too much, you can always put a blanket or a bolster underneath you. Anytime you need to back out of this one, you can do so, right? Pull your hips back a little bit further. Press down through the inside arches of your feet. Let the outside of your hips release. And then slowly pull yourself forward. Drop down through your hips. This is how I like to come out of this one. Take your feet up off here and bring the soles of your feet together to touch as you press and lift your thighs up off the mat and bring yourself down. Nice deep inhale here. Hands come right next to your bust line and then press yourself right back into a child's pose. From here, I kind of like to shift back and forth side to side, just checking with hips. Hands could be down at your sides like an embryo pose or extended. If your arms are extended, you can always hint your fingers, hollowing out through your armpits a little bit more, taking a nice deep breath here. Big inhale. And then exhale slowly, walk your hands back towards you. Take your knees together to touch and bring yourself down and onto your seat. Like I said in this one, it's going to be a little bit longer than we're used to, but not too long. We're at like 35 minutes. Sole of that left foot out, sole of the right foot in. Turn towards that straight leg. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, come down and over. Maybe interlock your fingers at the base of the foot and flex your foot back to you. I love it when the saw is starting now. And then drop your elbows down to either side of your calf as you squeeze the inside of your foot to the inside of the thigh. And chin tucks into one's chest. Your low belly can pull up and in to provide a little bit of compression. The closer your chin is towards your chest, the more compression on your thyroid to help you with your digestion. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, holds. Again, nice deep inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands off your shin. Rock back on your seat and change up the cross of the feet. Sole of that left foot inside of your right thigh. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, bring yourself down and over. Interlock your fingers, maybe the opposite way you do. Drop your elbows, squeeze here. Relaxing and releasing, and the outside or the under part of your hamstring and glute. Pull up and in on your low belly. And then slowly release. Take both of your legs wide. Lift and shift yourself forward. Move and adjust your seat. Pull your sit bones behind you as you walk your fingers out in front of you, relaxing on the inner part of your groin, the under part of your hamstring. Flex your toes back towards your face. Your low belly's engaged and you're rocking over the top part of your hips. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale. More big breaths. exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. Take your hands up underneath your knees. Soles of your feet come together to touch. Move and shift your hips back again into butterfly. Pull yourself down and over the inside of your thighs. You can always take a hand to the inside of your leg and press it away from you, putting up through the outside of your hip joint. You can always just pull the crown of the head and the heart down towards the tops of the feet, or you can take your feet further away from you and lay the third eye into the arches of your feet. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Take your knees to your center line. Let your legs come out in front of you. Move and shift your seat back behind you again. And then inhale, arms come high. Exhale, come down and over. Pull up and in on the low belly. Pull forward with the crown of the head first and release in the back part of the hamstrings and your glutes. Toes are still flexed towards your face. Release back behind your knees. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk yourself back. Bring yourself all the way down and onto your back. Pull your knees up into your chest. The back of the head come down towards the earth. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Maybe you take the soles of the feet high just to reverse a little bit of blood flow. Pressing the legs away from you. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and try to keep a nice flat spine down on the mat. And then slowly let your legs drift apart here, opening up to the outsides of the hips. And just let gravity be your quote-unquote friend in this moment. Lift your hips and then let the knees drop over to the right hand side as you turn and look out past your left fingertip. And then inhale. Squeeze the knees. Use the strength of the abdomen to pull yourself through your center line and let the knees drop over towards the left as you look out past the right. Keep your knees and ankles stacked. And then your right stuff that always goes on.